Hello everyone, this is Kate with Kate's Paper Creations, here to share some more Paper Pumpkin July 2020 alternatives. And there's some of them that you see here, and I'm going to show you how I made these and tell you about them. So let's get started. First of all, I want to tell you that I did buy the add-on kit for the Paper Pumpkin this month, and it comes with 7 of each of these backgrounds, full-size cards, that one and that one, and it comes with envelopes for all of them with these beautiful liners, and it was well worth $10 to get that because these backgrounds are so lovely and could be used with a variety of different projects. So I wanted to share it with you, those, because I do use some of those in today's video. I'm going to start with showing you how I made this one. And I took one of the backgrounds for the cards, actually 2 of them, this one and this one. And for this one, I used the rectangle stitched dies, and I used this one, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 6. And I just put it on here twice, and to hold it in place I just used washi tape to hold it in place and cut it out twice evenly, so I spaced it evenly from the tops and the sides and left the gap in the middle, as you can see on this card. Then I took the Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just using my large pad, but it came with the Blackberry Bliss pad in there. And I stamped this Fireworks Burst just randomly. You can do it differently. And for that spot, let me get a piece of scrap here, because I don't want it to go down into the bottom portion. So I'm going to put this here so I can kind of see where I want it to end. Doesn't have to be perfect. That'll work. And press it good and hard, and that creates that. So then this will go on here like this. And then in the kit also there's a small little star-ish kind of shape, and I added some of those also with Blackberry Bliss, and I just did it randomly. I think I would have liked fewer on my first card, so I'm going to put fewer of them on this one, and I think that's plenty. Okay, then I attached this piece with dimensionals, and I have to find my dimensionals. Here they are. So in the middle I was able to use the full-sized dimensionals just across like this, and then around these outside edges I needed to use the smaller ones because they're, get that one down here. I'm going to try and peel that off as I go. You could also use the foam adhesive strips if you have them. You could run one of those around the sides. That's up to you. It is a little bit thicker than a standard dimensional, but it's not a bad thing. So just, that might be easier than putting all these little dots on there, but I've got them and it's not that big a deal. So I'm just going to keep going until I get some on here. And you may do well with less than I do. I get kind of carried away sometimes. But I think that will work. And then I'm just going to, line it up like that so that my edges all match. And there's the first part of the card. Then I stamped, I don't know where it went, here it is. You Light Up My Life, one of the sentiments from the set, onto vellum. And then I'm going to fussy cut it out just a little bit, because I didn't really want to make it square or anything. So I'm just going to kind of follow the lettering around. It does take a while when you use regular ink on vellum for the ink to dry. So I had stamped this earlier so it had time to dry, but I wanted you to know that, because when you do it, if you try to stamp it and cut it out immediately, you might be sorry because it will smear. So just be careful of that and give it a chance. Start it to make it your first part of your project and let it set aside to dry. And then I attached this with just regular I have Tombow vellum adhesive, and that's what I attached it with, so that's what I'm going to use here. And I just put that in here like that, and then you can see that a couple of the fireflies that were in the kit, this one that goes down inside the frame, get my right adhesive. It's stuck. Get the permanent adhesive, and I've just put him in here with permanent adhesive. And then this one I attached with a dimensional, and a big one will fit right in the middle of those. So I put this one on with a dimensional and put it up here. And then in the kit were some really cute little stars, and so I had 3 of them out here, and one of them has disappeared. But that's okay. Let me get my mini glue dots. They have disappeared as well. I thought I was more prepared than this. I'll just use my Zig Two-Way. And put a dot there and a dot there, and we'll put 2 of those stars on like that and like that, and find one more star. Let me get one from the kit. There we go. That stray one is going to show up somewhere when I clean up my tabletop, I'm sure. And like that. And then I just attached this entire piece to a Whisper White piece, and I rounded all the corners on this one, and so I'm just going to attach that part flat. And we're going to kind of center it. There's just a little tiny bit of a gap all the way around. There we go. And it helps if you do it right. And so there you go. And I didn't get it on there very straight. Let's see if we can fix it. So that's what it looks like. That was a fun one to make. Oh, and there's that star we told you that I couldn't find. Always something. Okay. Then the next one, I'm just going to tell you about it. This one, I took one of the envelopes from the add-on kit, and I opened it up and cut out of the main part of it a 4 by 5 1/4 piece for the background. Just tacked it down. Then I took some of the fireflies and put them in here, and I was going to make a shaker and I decided not to. So I just put them in there and attached them permanently with adhesive. And then I put the jar over the top. And to attach the jar, I actually used my Zig Two-Way glue pen again and went just around the edges. And then for this top piece that's a little bit different color is I used my dark smoky slate gray blends pen and kind of colored it in so it looked more like a jar lid. Then here's a couple of more fireflies. These ones are with dimensionals and this one is not. And then this is the sentiment in the kit. I stamped it on Whisper White, and again I fussy cut it out and just attached it. And I thought it came out kind of pretty. It's kind of a cute little card. Then I have another one that I was going to show you. Let's see, here it is. This one. I'm going to make this one. And how I did this one in the new holiday catalog, Balmy Blue glimmer paper is available, and so I decided to use some of that, and I'm going to attach this. What I did is I attached this to the front of this, and I just cut them and lined them up. Let me give you the measurements. I wrote it down, but I can't remember. This is 3 3/8 by 4 3/4, so that you know what size I cut those pieces. Then this is one of the postcard pieces in the kit, and I just attached that to the front like that, and then I attached that to a base card like this, and so you get this really cute card. Before I attached this, however, I did stamp. Once I glued these two pieces together, I came back and I stamped them again with this starburst just right over the top of everything. And so I just came in and stamped it just like that, and like that, and another one over here just like that. And so then it was ready to build like that, and I put one of the stars that are in the kit, one of these really nice little gold stars, in the center of this as well. Put it all together, put it on the front of the card, and this is what you get. Very cute. Okay, then I also, in my previous video, had shown you how I had taken one of the luminary bags apart and made a stencil. I also used my Silhouette Cameo to scan it in and make a sturdier one out of regular cardstock, but you can use this if you're gentle with it. It will work. And what I did is I just laid it down and used a sponge dauber and did this and just sponge daubed until I got the design. And I just did it several times. I stamped You Light Up My Life with the Blackberry Bliss. These are all Blackberry Bliss. These are the stars from the kit. This is one of the cards from the add-on kit. And then I came back with Wink of Stella and Wink of Stella on all of the bursts on the stars. And I don't know if you can see them in the video, but they look really pretty when you're looking at it. So that's another one that I did. And then I saw someone else making a different kind of card, and I haven't made a card this shape in a very long time. But this one is originally, it's 8.5 this way, and when you're cutting it from your cardstock, it's 7 3/4 this way. And then you score it at 3 7/8 to make this card, and it will fit in a standard, it's a little bit shorter, but it will fit in a standard number 10 envelope and will mail with regular postage. So that's what I did with this. And then I took 2 of the card fronts from the add-on kit. I cut them from the front and attached them side by side. So there's a seam here, but you can't really see it because I've covered it up with the sentiment. And this was in the kit, and I raised it up with dimensionals. I stamped this with the Misty Moonlight ink because it stands out from all the purples, and attached it with just regular adhesive. And then I used the mini glue dots to attach the stars, and it's just really simple, but it's really pretty. So that's the last alternative that I had to share with you. That's probably, oh no, I think, yeah, that's all of them. I had to look around for a minute and see. But yeah, that's the last of the alternatives. I hope you've enjoyed seeing them. There's that one, and that one, and this one, and this one, and this one. I hope you enjoyed.